Introducing the fighter in the red corner, 33 years old, 185 centimeters weight, 71 kilos exactly. His professional record is 62 fights, 47 wins, 20 victories by knockout, 14 losses and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, good boy! Introducing the fighter in the red corner, 22 years old, 182 centimeters, the official weight fighters, 70.8 kilos. His professional record is 25, 15 wins, 1 victories by KO, 5 losses, and the representative of Russia, ladies and gentlemen, Artem Pashporin.
The judge for this fight is going to be Atsushi Inari from Japan, Dennis Denko, Patrick Gomez, and Igor Schmidt will be the side judges. Remember, there's no twisting, no throwing. Back fisting is allowed, leg grabbing plus 1 punch, or when grabbing 1 knee is allowed. We've already seen that in the last fight a couple times. And there's the bell first round. This is a 3-round, 3 minutes each round fight. Now you can see the more experienced fighters so far tonight, at least in the first fight in this one, they're looking to see how their opponents are throwing punches, what movements, what signals they're giving. And the younger fighters seem to be much more aggressive. They're willing to come in and fight. And you just, you can see Cosmo's just staring at that abdomen section right now. Just looking at what kind of signals he'll give so he knows and he can counter them. There's 2 knees to the rib section by Artem. And they clinch. Not much happening, a little bit of a low blow. They shake it off. A straight leg kick by Artem. Not much on it right now. Cosmo just keeping his distance. There's a knee, comes flying knee into the face. Artem did a good job blocking it. He looked a little bit off guard there, but he definitely got the hands up in time not to let that hit him. That knee is a deadly weapon in kickboxing. When you come in with that flying knee, if you land it, we saw it a couple times in the last fight when Evgeny got stunned by it. And it's a good tool to have. So we saw a nice little right jab, well, not much on it by Artem, but it landed. "30 seconds left in the first round. A very, very slow first round for us. We do expect, with the fact that it's only a 3-round fight, that it will pick up. Left kick to the head by Artem, but blocked by Cosmo. A nice right jab. A jab snuck through there, and he did connect. A couple of those punches on the combination there by Artem landed as well. Cosmo not feeling much, but they do take an effect. A nice right at the end of the bell by Cosmo, which it did land on the side of Artem's head. Nothing happened in that first round. I'm going to give him either both a 9 or a 10-10. I don't think anybody clearly won that round. It was very slow for both. Artem was a much more aggressive. I think that's youth more than it is just experience. He didn't land a lot of his punches, just kind of threw them. I mean, they're good to throw them because if you do land on the arms, the legs, it does wear it down over time, and you want to try and create an opening for yourself. But I'm going to say that that was a tie on that round. Let's see what happens in the second round.
Fighters, ladies.
There's the bell of the second round. Let's see if who comes out the aggressor in this round. Both fighters definitely going to have to land some more punches than kicks if somebody wants to win this. Cosmo gets a couple good body shots. And remember, when you do clinch, you're allowed one knee, and then you have to stop. So you're going to see if during these clinches, if they throw a knee, the ref will jump in and stop and break them up. A little bit more action coming out of this round. Not much is landing for either fighter. I haven't seen any fighter really land a lot of their punches. They throw a lot, but mostly it's getting blocked. It's very telegraphic, very visible by their opponents. There was a big right hook. Artem did a good job ducking, get out of the way of that one. Big right hook by Cosmo right there, just missed. Oh, there's the throw against the ropes and a right leg to the side of the head by Cosmo. Again, not much on anything right now between either fighter. But they are definitely utilizing that one knee when they clinch rule. So far, we've seen it every time they clinch, and that's good. And Cosmo's throwing those big punches, those big hooks. And he's leaving himself slightly exposed. And if Artem can time it right, he might even be able to counter and just catch him off guard and really knock him out. I mean, these are big hooks. And they are starting really far back. And we haven't seen Artem take advantage of that at all. Oh, Cosmo had him with his back turn, but he held up. It's actually quite a sportsman thing to do right there. A nice right hook. That's the first good shot we've seen, I think, tonight. A nice right hook by Cosmo. You know, you see these combinations by Artem, nothing's landing. They're all being blocked. Artem, I think, is cut. Somebody's cut. I see blood. You may not see it, but I get to see it yet.
This is W5.
Well, so far, I'm going to say that we have a bit of a tie going on here between these two players. We're going to the third round. Remember that there can be an extra round. In 3-round fights, if there's a tie, we'll go to a fourth round. And right now, I think we're in a fourth round. Somebody needs to come out in this final round and really be the aggressor and really go after it, start landing some punches. And you have to stun your opponent because otherwise, there has been very little action in this fight. There's a good left hook by Artem to start off the round. That's a good left hook. Caught Cosmo by surprise, followed up by a left to the body. 'At some point, these fighters have to realize that it's getting pertinent time that they either have to rack up points or either one of them can lose. I mean, it's a toss-up right now. Artem seems to be that aggressor right now. He's trying to get those points, if not a knockout. Two minutes left in the third round. Very, very little happening in the ring right now. Cosmo has to do something. I feel like he's letting this fight slip away from him. It was almost like he's handing a point victory to Artem. He's got a minute and 20. He's better comes out. He's gonna have to throw some punches. My personal opinion, to get knocked out, and rather than be so defensive, there has to be something going on in his head that realizes that it's a close fight and it's anybody's fight at this point. But I do think Artem fought the better fight at this stage. We got a minute left. Anything can happen. Mind you, everybody's only one punch away from everything changing. Artem's landed the most punches. For sure, he's landed the most punches. He came out with the left hook. It's pretty much almost the only punch that really, truly was landed with some force behind it. .40 seconds left. Blood coming out of the nose of Cosmo Alexandre. Ten seconds left. Surprised I haven't seen more kicks from Cosmo tonight. He's missed all his big punches, and that's it. That should be the fight. And I'm going to go with Artem. I mean, there's all smiles here. Both guys are happy. But I'm going to have to say Artem Pashporin won that fight. I think he's going to take it on points. I think he had a better third round, and I think he slightly edged it. Now, mind you, the fight was close enough that maybe the side judges will give us an extra round if you want to see an extra round. But who wouldn't?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision. The winner is by a unanimous vote of judges. Fighter from the blue corner.
I thought maybe we could have got an extra round, but I agree with that decision for sure. Pashporin was definitely the better fighter tonight. He was more technically sound. He's not a knockout. Mind you, he's not a knockout fighter. He's a point fighter. He has 16 wins, only one by knockout. So don't look at him to be knocking his fighters out too often. But he was technically sound. I think he landed some of the bigger punches. I believe the first two rounds were more or less a tie between the two fighters, but the third round was the biggest round. And although neither of the fighters landed many punches, I do believe that Artem held the slight edge in that final round. And I guess the judges agree with me. Maybe they're listening to me. Up next, so now we will have Artem the Spur Pashporin, will be taking on Chris Nagimbi for the world title of W5 and 71 kilograms.